You don't know, you damn well should know. My name is Reynolds, and as of right now, we have not yet been joined by our charming guest, RealStream News, or as I like to call him, SteelStream News, among other things. He should be with us momentarily. I have sent him the link to this hangout, so I am just waiting for him to join. But until he does, I am Reynolds. This is On the Rag episode 20, and you know it's quite strange because I've had this podcast going quite a long time. I've had this podcast since like 2015, maybe even 2014. I can't quite remember. Maybe 2014. Yeah, I only have 20 episodes. That's because I'm very picky about who I have on here and what I do, so I don't make too many of them. You know, I should really check what the start date of the podcast was. I feel like it was probably 2015. I feel like 2014 was a bit early. But SteelStream News should be with us at any moment. Unless, of course, he was planning to stand me up. I did have a little suspicion that he might
stand you up. What are you talking
about? I thought you were going to stand me up there.
Stand you up. Why would I do that, sir? Why would I do that?
I don't know. I just you weren't here, and you know I just had a little.
I'm a very busy man, Reynolds. I don't know if you knew that. I'm a very busy man. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. Life is good. How's life treating you?
How's life treating me?
Yeah,
pretty good for the most part, I would say as well. I see you've got a fancy new setup there.
I do. Bunch of things are different. It's good stuff. You should do it, man. It really it gets things to be a little bit more professional. I suggest you definitely do that. Like get some lights and stuff. Definitely.
Yeah, I do agree. I have been thinking about getting some lights for a while. I mean, even a better mic, because usually I just use the mic that's attached to the camera. But yeah, I should probably get a better mic. I use a different mic when I'm streaming or whatever, but yeah, it's whatever. But but it's certainly much better now. So do you have a computer now or something? Because I know you used to do everything on, what was it, iPods or iPhones or something.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of it off iPhones and iPads and stuff. You know, a lot of stuff like that. But,
hello, Mr. Macaroni and Mr. CBS Motion Pictures. I don't know how long until the giveaway yet. I'm waiting until I've got a bunch of entries because I was giving away 3 prizes, and I think I got maybe 3 people who have entered. So I don't want to just give it to everyone. So
you have a giveaway going on?
Yeah. So I'll wait until more people enter. So we'll see. That video didn't get very many views, which is probably why it hasn't got as many entries. But we'll see what happens. Merry Litmus to you too, Pam Anki, and hello, Jody. So, would you like to explain to all the viewers what you do on your channel then?
I mean, I don't know. My channel's kind of changed a little bit. That's as far as like what I do now. I mean, I kind of changed what I did because as far as when Onision got my channel struck by multiple different, accounts, they kind of got up my ass about transform content and everything like that. So I stopped just showing clips and everything. And now what I do is I'll like show clips and commentate on it and just bring more or less drama news, I guess. So that's what I'm doing now.
Well, really, that's probably what you should have started doing all along.
Probably. But in all seriousness, like there's a lot of other channels who do the same type of stuff and they're monetized, so I don't see why they're up my ass as much.
Well, I mean, one of the first things when a lot of people went after you originally, it was because they didn't like the fact that at first you were essentially doing the same thing as the blog was doing. But then you started showing your face and starting giving your opinions, and a lot of people didn't like that. Whereas I feel like if you had started doing that from the start, people wouldn't have had such a big deal with that.
Yeah, I don't think I would have got as much of a following if I did that off jump, though.
That's true as well. Yeah. Because people don't just care about a random new face that pops up; they care about
Exactly.
And I will give credit where credit is due. You do get things out faster than the blog, and you do put up more frequent uploads. So I do give credit where credit is due. It's just that a lot of people obviously don't like when you suddenly start planting your face and your opinions all over things at the same time as doing that. I see you do have a second channel now, RSN Live or something. What's the difference there? Do you upload different types of things there?
What I'm starting to do there is like it's gonna be the same type of thing as far as like drama news, but I kind of started that off as like so I can go more live. I didn't want to flood. I like going live a lot, but I didn't want to flood, my main channel with my live streams because not everybody's into live streams as much as I am, and I'm sure you're aware of that. Not everybody watches live streams. It's just how
Yeah.
this shit works, But
I mean,
I like it.
For me, when there's a live stream, I'm more likely to tune in afterwards and skim through the thing rather than watching it live because I can't be bothered just sitting and listening to the entire thing. So I can understand the people who think along those lines. I mean,
Yeah.
For example, it's like my view count right now is going around 15, 16 viewers sort of thing at a time right now in this stream. Whereas if you post a video, you get a couple of hundred or up to thousands for my average videos. So there is definitely a difference as well. Although the stream, it will go up to that sort of number once the thing is posted. It's just at one time, I guess. But
yeah, it's odd. But yeah, I started another channel for that. But so I'm trying to like as far as right now, I'm trying to cover like I don't know what I do on RealStream News is kind of more of a niche. It's like it's more niche. You know what I mean? Like it's stuff that like it's more stuff that like Drama Alert and the other bigger people who do that type of shit don't really cover, but I do. Even though I'm going to try to broaden out more out. But
well, yeah, I mean you look at Drama Alert, you look at Keemstar, and he only covers big news because he's completely looking for things that are going to get the most clicks, the most views, whatever. And he'll only post one video every so often. It's not like constant real videos. Whereas you'll make a video about any piece of drama and kind of keep people updated. So I can see it's a bit different. It's a bit more niche. So
it's a little bit
different thing. But what do you think about the current Onision drama then? What is your opinion?
I don't know. I've been getting a lot of messages from a lot of different people like saying that Onision or Lainey hit them up in like a weird manner, and like I'm trying to like at the moment I'm just trying to sift through what is people just trying to bring this to my attention as far as they just want attention for themselves or whether it's real. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, you got to remember he's a public figure, and he's obviously reached out and talked to many different people throughout his career. Obviously, just because Onision DM'd you doesn't mean he was trying to, molest you or some shit, I mean,
definitely.
So, I'm actually dealing with this with a lot of tact because of the own situation I've been through myself. I know a lot of people will come out of the woodwork and be like, oh, hey, this person did this, this person did that, when that's not even the case in the slightest, so if there's like some real evidence when like if Lainey said some fucked up shit to somebody or anything like that, then then all right, that makes sense. But like honestly, that's what's going on. A lot of people have been hitting me up saying a lot of different things, and that's kind of what I've been doing is like sifting through what's real and what isn't. But I gotta be honest, they do talk to a lot of underage people, which is kind of concerning.
This is a bit off topic, but I actually want to give you a compliment right now. You actually seem right now, compared to when I was speaking to you before and when I made videos on you before, right now, you seem far more alert. You seem far more switched on. You seem very much more well-spoken, and you seem like you're more aware of what's going on right now. I would watch you talk about things before, and you'd be mumbling through the video. Right now, you're speaking very well, so well done on that. What was the change there?
I used to be on gabapentin. Like I used to be on gabapentin on like a higher dose. Like I guess like my hand, I have a lot of nerve damage. All right, so like it's really bad to a point where it's like painful every day. So in order to make videos where people don't comment on that shit and be like, oh, like because when you take gabapentin, it makes you slightly drowsy. Like not it's not like a narcotic, but it still can make you drowsy at certain points of the day. So I just pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, there's a specific clip of you almost falling asleep on one stream.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I wasn't like high or anything like that. It's just like from making videos and that like being up all the time and making videos. I'm sure you're aware that I do this stuff all the time. I'm up all the time. I think I even heard you comment about that once. But yeah, but I'm definitely doing really good as far as that. And if anybody doesn't know, I am a recovering addict. I know you kind of exposed that. I was trying not to bring that up, by the way. I just didn't want people to know about that, just so you are aware of why that happened the way it happened.
Okay, so let's cut to the chase because clearly there's a lot of stuff that's gone on in the past. There's a lot of history here. So let's cover this right away. And I would like to ask you a question. First off, what were you expecting coming on this stream? What were you expecting?
I really wasn't expecting anything, honestly.
Were you expecting a serious adult conversation, or were you expecting me to patronize you, or were you expecting some lively joking?
I kind of thought you probably patronized me. Honestly, that's kind of what I thought would happen. I don't know.
So you thought this would last maybe 5-10 minutes and that would be it done then?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's cut to the other chase and let's talk about my recent situation and the video you made about me yesterday. So have you since watched my response to that situation? Yes or no?
I have now. I have, yes.
You have now. Does that change your opinion or not?
I gotta be honest. I mean, it's
be honest. I don't want lies.
I get it. I get where you're coming from, but I kind of just, I don't know. Like, I feel like if people knew about this, like, I mean, it's not honestly that big of a deal entirely. Like, this isn't gonna end your channel or something. I made the video because I thought it was just kind of funny. If anything, it's just a couple of clips of you guys saying similar things, and yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know if it's considered plagiarism, but it's.
Well, I mean,
it's a little bit. It's a biting his style a little bit.
Of course. I mean, I'll admit right now, I've taken multiple quotes that this man has said and I've repeated them myself, but I've never hidden that fact. Any friends of mine know that I'm a big fan of the man. Any friends of mine know that I have done certain things. My very first video, you can go back and see on my channel, has a clip of the man talking. Both of my books credit the man and say that he's been a big influence in my life. I have multiple videos where I've mentioned him. So I think it's unfair for someone to say, oh, it's trying to take credit for this. I mean, I've never lied about the fact. I mean, I've made it pretty clear. I mean, it's not like I'm saying the line. Like, I'm not saying every time I say you don't know, you damn well should know. I didn't say, oh, by the way, it was this other guy that said that first. But I have given credit in other places. I mean, that guy's not said that in years. And my other fact, because there's this guy trying to make these expose videos on me, but the problem is, Chael Sonnen himself stole the majority of his promo material from pro wrestling. So if I'm stealing from anyone, I'm actually stealing from pro wrestlers from the 1980s. I mean, but people think that he made all these things up. So if he's going to take it, I think it's a bit hypocritical for then him or some of his fans to be upset that then I take those same things from him. Because really, we
also still, like, I think I heard you say in the video, like, at some point that you were like saying that, like, pretty much that what were you saying, that because people were that just because two people said the same things, that's not plagiarism. Like, people, let's be real though, people do plagiarize. People do copy people's shit, you know. Like, I know some people who make videos that literally, like, what they'll do is they'll go to a website, like a Tumblr blog, and since they use a robot voice or whatever, they'll go to a Tumblr blog and just recite, you know, the same thing that was on the Tumblr blog. And you know what I mean? Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, there's a fine line between, like, but once you cross it, you know, once you cross the plagiarism line, then there you go. But do I think this is really like plagiarism? No, but it's funny to expose you a little bit.
I get what you're saying though, because there are people who do that, as you say. They find articles and they rewrite the entire thing, or they read it off in a video and claim it as their own. But I think it's a completely different thing to just say a couple of catchy lines, jokes, or trash talk, so to speak. It's not like I'm plagiarizing the contents of my video. It's like this is a phrase at the start of my video or something, or I've got a 20-minute video and we're talking about a 5-second line. It's not like I've taken all my points from somewhere. So there's a big difference. Anyway, I just wanted to address that because I like to think that I'm being a bit truthful here. I don't want to hide from it. If I wanted to hide from it, I would have just deleted the guy's comments from my videos, because he was spamming the link everywhere. I did delete all of the duplicate comments, but I left his original comment because it really did, and it really annoys me when people spam. I don't care if people go in my comments and threaten me. I don't care what they say in my comments, as long as you don't spam. I despise when people spam. That is the only time I'll delete a comment. If you're spamming the same thing over and over, it really pisses me off. The only other thing that annoys me, but I won't delete, is when I get people from Australia, and they come along and they come onto a video that's not about Australia, and they say, Australia, Israel, why do you think? And it's like, well, go to a different fucking video. I've got 30 of these fucking videos talking about the subject, yet these people can't seem to find their way to them. It's like, what are you doing? What are you actually doing?
I don't know. Maybe it's just what's on their mind.
Minari Penguin says, one person, Rag, is annoying 25 million innocent people. Aussies. You think they're innocent? I mean, we're talking about a nation that was apparently built on convicts. You think that's innocent?
Jesus Christ.
You think that's innocent? So, I would like to give you the chance. Is there anything specific you would like to talk about, or anything you would like to ask me right now regarding any sort of drama?
Yeah. Let me ask you, man. I talked to Mass Babe behind the scenes recently, and she was saying that pretty much that you don't think I'm a good guy. Is that true? Do you genuinely think I'm a bad guy?
I do. I say I'm a bad guy, and I say I'm a bad guy. I'm playing a part in videos. I'm a bad guy, but I think you are a bad guy. I think you're essentially you're almost like a gangbanger who's missing his gang.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Fucking the bitches, doing the dope. Sounds a lot like you.
Sounds about right.
Stealing the streams.
Stealing
stream news.
Stealing content all over the place. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Hey, another thing. That girl CJ, dude, what was that about? Please tell me you didn't really believe that. I didn't really like make a statement about this because like I don't know, like you were kind of like making videos a lot, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really watch them because like I was just having like so many videos made about me at the time. I was just like, fuck this, like this is just dumb. So, but like, did you actually think that girl, like, I don't know, did you believe the things that she was saying? Like, seriously?
CJ? Well,
yeah.
I mean, CJ, I will tell you right now because it's all out now. But since the very start, when I made 3 big videos about you. First, I made the reckoning of RealStream news. And that video was where I talked about certain streams that you had taken from the blog and posted. And that's when I also did a live stream with you, the very first live stream we did, and you were quite upset. You thought I stabbed you in the back. Remember that? So I did a video about that, and in that same video I talked about some DMs with Sam. The second video I made was Dear RealStream News, and that video was after the whole fake accusations I made against myself, and some more DMs from other people that I was reading out. The third video then took a bit of a darker turn, and that was about the Amber situation. Anyway, back in the first 2 videos, we'll get to that later. In the first 2 videos I made pre-Amber, I started revealing some information about you. And this is the point where you're still wearing a mask and all this sort of thing. And I probably did overstep the line because I revealed your past drug history and stuff. And I definitely overstepped the line. I won't deny that. And I also don't regret it. If I went back and done it all again, I'd do it again because I don't have a problem with that. And I don't care what other people think about that. But all the information I got came from CJ. And pretty much everything I said turned out to be true. So when I then did an interview with her and she said other things, I tend to think, well, everything else she said was true. So why wouldn't I think this stuff's true?
You know what? Yeah, that makes sense. In all seriousness, no, the only thing that she said that was true is that about a drug pass. But we only spoke for about a week. That's it. So I don't know how long she said that she spoke with me or whatever. So
no, I mean, she was on your Facebook, so she had like you could have scrolled through and seen posts and stuff. I don't know. She sent me some screenshots.
That's true. Yeah. Well, at the time, I was letting fans go through. You know, not fans, viewers. You know what I mean? I was letting viewers come through because I was trying to interview people who were fans of Onision, why they were fans of Onision, stuff like that. So I mean, a lot of people, you know, probably saw that.
That's how she earned my trust. I mean, this girl, I was past her from the blog. The blog didn't want to get involved, so they passed her along to me because the blog knew that I'm a drama and attention whore, and I would love to talk to the girl. So they sent them on to me, and then she gained my trust because I was unsure whether to believe her or not. And then she gained my trust by showing me some screenshots of your actual Facebook and stuff. So that's when I saw your face, because at this time you were still wearing the mask. And I'm like, so clearly, friends, and she had commented on some things, and I'm like, so clearly she does know you to some extent, and that's how she gained my trust.
Yeah, she like, I'll tell you exactly what really happened is like she like pretty much like she just messaged me, and like from jump I thought she was just somebody who was interested in me like personally, you know what I mean? And at the time, like I was still kind of like thinking, I didn't know what I really was as a channel, and like I don't know, I was still figuring things out, so I kind of like was interested slightly. And then like I didn't know she even like had a husband or anything like that until like 3 or 4 days into talking to her, and then she talked about that, and I was just like, I didn't know that. And she said her like relationship was terrible and all that. It was just a very
So
crazy situation. And then she's like, oh hey, how about I make a custom mask for you? And I was like, I don't know if I feel comfortable with that because I wanna take it off. I don't really want to wear it anymore. And once I said that, she got mad and said, fuck you. I think that's a bad decision. I'm not talking to you anymore. No joke.
so did you or did you not invite to fly her out to you?
No, I said
She
maybe
was
in the
not going to
future.
be Mrs. RealStream News.
I said maybe in the future we could probably get something together, but I never actually said, hey, come out now or
Well,
anything like that.
I'm not going to dispute this with you because obviously I wasn't there. I don't know what the exact conversation was. It's hearsay, I guess. It's your word against hers. I mean, I'm going to believe what I'm going to believe, and you can feel free. You've just said your side of the story, but I want to jump to this super chat before it disappears. Thank you. Yeah. Don't get it twisted for the $5, and don't get it twisted has a question for you, and she says, "RS RealStream, you did take advantage of that girl. That can't be denied. Can you explain why you thought that was okay?" I will let you respond to that.
Taking advantage of who? CJ?
She's talking about Amber when you made mashed potatoes.
Okay. Anyways, let's jump a little further too. I don't know. Do you know what just happened recently?
We're not talking about recently. We're talking.
No. Okay.
I have a super chat here.
And sorry, my bad. You're right. All right, you're right. Don't get it twisted. You did take advantage of that girl. No, I didn't take advantage of her. Honestly, like what happened at the time, I didn't really like I said, I'm single, so I'm speaking to different women sometimes that reach out to me. Like I don't really do that anymore because I understand it's not a good idea. And I don't really trust people anymore after the whole situation happened because I got fucked over huge. Like, I don't know whether you believe that or not, but I do. I know what happened. I know what I recorded. I know what happened in the situation and I know what happened behind the scenes. And I don't trust people anymore, but in all seriousness, like that was my fuck up. I wish I knew a little bit more about her before I had her out. That's what I wish I knew. Okay. Thinking back on this.
I'm going to be honest right here. My intention when I started this stream, I was going to be nasty. I was going to patronize you. I was going to lead you into a false sense of security. Like the last 20 minutes, we've had a nice conversation. I was going to do that. And then I was going to gradually start to piss you off until you got mad and quit. And then that was going to give me a reason to then make a video about you. But that's not what's going to happen. I am making a video about you, but it's more of a comedic video. You will probably enjoy it. It's not anything serious drama. You will probably enjoy it, and so will a lot of other people. But regardless, I do want to then speak to you seriously about this rather than just patronizing you. And I want to ask you, I forgot what I was going to say now because it all went away when I had to give that explanation. It was I was going to ask you, what are these people saying in the chat? Ari saying, why do you think it's okay to pursue romantic relationships with fans? Answer that while I think what I was going to say.
Okay, well, when I first started my channel, I didn't really, I still don't really look at people as fans, you know what I mean? I don't really think I'm big enough to have a fan base, you know? But like when I first started out, I kind of looked at it as me just like social media, you know? Like I'm not really a big person. So for anybody, I don't know, like, do you look at me as big? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I have fans. Do you?
I would say that in my experience, I mean, you have more subscribers than me. You have twice the amount of subscribers as I do. And I have experienced people following me in a very strange and passionate manner. I have experienced, and I'm very small. I only have 3,000 subscribers. When I only had 1,000 subscribers, I had people who were giving me $50 a month on Patreon, for example, people who thought I could do no wrong. And when you have that kind of person, you have a certain influence, you have a certain power over them. I used to run forums back in 2013. I started my forums. I only had about 400 subscribers. It was not YouTube related, and I had a very small group of people on there. And I had people on there who I swear would kill for me. It's a very serious. Any slight amount of power over someone, you might not think it's a big thing, but people who are so passionate and loyalty is maybe the right word, but loyal to someone that you don't really know sometimes it is manipulating a situation. I mean, that's my biggest problem with Onision right now. I mean, maybe not my biggest, but one of my big problems with Onision. He has all these girls that he's messaging, and it's not my main problem isn't that they're just turned 18. I mean, that's a problem as well. But this girl is 18, okay? So she's vulnerable. But it's also a fan. It's someone who looks up to him. It's someone who looks up to him, and because of that, he has power and influence over them. It makes them easy to manipulate. And that's why, for example, consent laws are different when it comes to doctors, when it comes to teachers. Teachers and students have different consent laws.
Guardians, stuff like that.
Yeah, even if you're not related.
Yeah,
and it's because of the power and influence you have over someone. So I would say the same. Yeah. If you're a YouTuber, no matter how small, if you have a fan who then wants to enter a relationship, you have to be very careful. Very careful. I'm not saying it can never happen.
No, I know what you're saying.
You
like,
have to be very careful.
I've been trying a lot not to speak to anybody on that level because, like, after that whole situation happened, like I said, I started looking at things differently, and I don't really trust people. And like, I don't know, like you'll start to see this as you grow, like a little bit, because your channel is getting like it's kind of moving towards that point where it's getting to that level. And I like around where you were is where I started to realize this. It's like people will start to try to leech off you for the weirdest fucking ways. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what that whole Scamber situation was like.
Scamber? Did you really just call that poor woman Scamber after what you did to her?
Did you really just call that poor woman?
You may think I'm being serious here.
I really hope you're not.
You're calling this girl Scamber after these even if these accusations are false. Okay.
Yes, I didn't give her that name. I didn't give her that name. That's actually what everybody does giving her that name.
You're going to mock your alleged victim.
Like what? What do you mean? Like if she's lying about me, why? What obligation do I have to protect her?
Say for example, you went to court, right? These accusations are entirely false. Say I believe. Say they're false. Okay, so let's go on this. I'm not saying they are, but say they are. Okay, just for this hypothetical situation, you now go to court and you are arguing this case, and you get up on the stand and you call her Scamber.
Or someone plays their stream. Obviously, if someone plays their stream. Obviously, if I go,
someone plays their stream, and you're calling her Scamber.
Obviously, like listen, and I do plan on suing her. Just keep that in mind. When I do go to court, obviously, I'm not going to call her Scamber, Rag. Let's be.
But you just did. Someone
because I think it's. And if they do, they take it to court. And if they do, they take it to court.
Surely, if
they take that clip to court, then they do.
I said you seemed smart earlier, but I have to take that back. Why would you come on a stream and call your alleged victim Scamber?
Because she's not a victim. That's why she's not.
Okay, but if the smart thing to do would be not insult her. You
don't understand. She literally just lied about being drugged by a man literally last week.
So I
contacted the club.
Did you tell any lies in that situation?
No, absolutely not. Zero.
Well then,
zero lies.
If you didn't tell any lies, why is it that after this happened, you got on stream with her and admitted that she said no to sex twice before you had sex with her? So was that a lie? Yes or no? That's not a lie.
When we got on stream, we were supposed to talk about literally like when we talked, because I had the recordings before I went on stream. Those are the recordings that you heard. Then we went on stream. Like we were supposed to just talk about literally just hooking up, and then she went on there and said that. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, why are you turning it into this when that's not even what it was? Not to mention 3 days prior, you said, if you piss me off, I'm going to say you raped me, which also we had on recording.
You admitted she said no twice.
Okay. And like, listen, when we were there, she said like, no, like, it wasn't like, listen, it was not like that the way like people are trying to make it seem though. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. Like,
what was it like? Please explain to me. How does your sex life work?
What do you mean?
When someone says no, does that
are you just trying to make this into something? What is wrong with you, Rag? What is wrong with you?
I literally just had the conversation, and I told you I was about to. I said I had planned on patronizing you, and I decided not to because we were having a good conversation. I'm being serious right now. I'm not joking.
In all seriousness, like there wasn't like. It wasn't like any assault or anything like that. We were like, she invited me into the bed and we were chilling, and that's it. That's all that really happened, man.
So she invited you 100%. She invited.
Yes, 1,000, 1,000,000%.
She invited you to do what?
To go over there and hook up.
To go over there and hook up. This woman you had just met. How long has she been there? A few days?
About a day.
About a day.
Yeah.
Okay, she'd been there about a day. She invites you to the bed to hook up. And then when you go to have sex, she's like, no.
She was hesitant at first, and then she said
Okay,
yeah.
so then why did she invite you to the bed if she was going to say no? I don't see.
That's
This doesn't make much sense to me.
That's the thing though. That's my point. It does make sense though. That's what I'm telling you. It's
But
bullshit.
she then said no a second time.
No, she was hesitant at
You
first,
admitted
and that's
she
how
said
it went.
no twice.
When I was on stream, I said some fucking shit that is not how it went. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
So you lied, yes or no? You told me yes. You told me only minutes ago that you did not tell any lies in that whole situation, and now you're saying that you lied.
Right? Come on, stop, please. Just stop.
I mean,
just stop.
You said you did not tell any lies. Now you're telling me that you did tell any lies.
No, I'm not.
You're saying I said something I shouldn't have said. That means you lied.
No.
No? Did you misspeak? Alternative facts? What was it then?
Seriously, really, Rag? What are you drinking, anyways?
This is a lovely wine. Do you like my fancy little doodad? This is a
not exactly. I don't think that's meant for wine.
This is an aerator. It is. You know how you decant red wine? You put it into.
Let me look that up. Let me look this up. That may be a bit. What is it called? An aerator?
Yeah. This thing. Decanting wine might be a little bit out of your league. You might not quite understand that, but as a man who has a lot of fine dining experiences, I'm into decanting.
Yeah, didn't you write a book about that?
Yeah,
what is it called? An aerator? How do you spell that? ARR?
I think it's one R. I don't know how you spell it.
I thought you were a man of
Man of what? I mean, I'm good at spelling, but I've drank too much wine to spell it out for you. Anyway, it decants the wine without having to pour it into a decanter. It's got a little doodah mechanism attached to it that it makes a little noise when you pour it, so that it aerates the wine and lets the air into it. Because when you decant red wine, when you air it, it changes the flavor. It lets more things into it, and it tastes nice.
AER.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah.
Oh, well,
it was a nice Christmas gift. It's probably the best gift I got.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't really do too much on Christmas, but
did you not?
Nice. No,
I'm not going to say what I was going to say because it was mean. What is the chat saying?
You're a rude individual, Rag. You know that?
I'm very rude.
Rude individual.
I am rude. Guilty as charged. I've never hidden that fact.
Why do you hate me so much, Rag? Why do you hate me so much? Is it because I'm a criminal?
Right. What's going on in the chat? What are the chat asking? Anyone have a question for either me or RealStream News?
RealStream News.
Vixie, I agree. We should have been back on the bickering. That's probably far more entertaining.
He's not drunk. Yeah, I don't think you're drunk. I'm
not drunk. I'm very hot. I've drank a lot of wine. I mean, sometimes I can drink less wine than this and I'll be drunk, but I've almost finished the bottle. And
did someone just call me an uncultured swine?
Well, you are. You don't know what aerator is.
Cultured? Wow.
Oh, here you go, M. High five. That was the gayest thing I've ever done.
Oh, shit. That's great. So you're on Patreon, right?
I am.
Okay. So do you give like shout outs and everything like that on your videos?
I have 3 patrons. I give shout outs to anyone above I've got a $1 level, and then I've got 5 and above, and anyone 5 and above gets a mention in my descriptions. I do different things for all different. I've got 2 guys who give me $50 a time on Patreon. I also have someone else who gives me $1. I actually have a 4th guy, but he's not on Patreon. He would use Patreon, but he's protesting against it, and he sends me money every now and again. They're all nice people, and I appreciate them immensely. But yeah, they all have certain perks. If you go to my Patreon, you can read what the perks are for all the different tiers.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to check it out after this. But so, do you show them like pictures of your feet? Whoa, what the fuck was that? What was that? What the fuck was that?
Vixie asked me to blow a kiss, so I did.
That, you know what, Vixie? Yeah, I don't appreciate that. I feel like she's cheating on me. That's upsetting.
And I wasn't blowing it to her. I was blowing it to the chat in general, just to make that clear. But no, on Patreon, for example, my $1 is just basically you get early videos. I give all my videos a couple of hours, sometimes a couple of days early access. Basically, when I make the video, I post it unlisted, and everyone on Patreon gets it until I'm ready to post it. At $5, I can't even remember what that tier is. I don't have anyone at it. But when you get, I've got different things like exclusive videos for certain tiers, and I'll make like a worse than a child molester video about you for a certain amount as well, and stuff like that. So you can see the whole.
You're not going to do that about me, are you?
Why would I do that? But I have other videos about you.
Oh,
I wouldn't do that.
All right. Okay.
I have another video about you coming probably on Monday. It depends.
What's the title gonna be? What's the title?
The title of the video is going to be original content.
Oh shit!
Original content. Yeah, it might not. It won't. Content? It probably won't be a very long video, but yes, it's going to be called original content, and it's all about you. And you might actually find it quite amusing. It might also make you a bit mad. We don't know. I'm not talking about any drama specifically. It's like a few little comedy skits, but you might enjoy it.
I don't really get mad about things anymore on the internet, like at all. Like not on any level. I don't really take anything seriously, so I doubt it. I doubt it. You know, that's just the best way to deal with any kind of criticism about you, is to not really take it very seriously at all. You know, I don't know how you feel about internet criticism, but that's how I feel about it.
I mean, I probably get more internet criticism than any other channel my size. I mean, can you think of another channel with only 3,000 subscribers that gets the amount of hate I get? I mean, I thrive on it because I love it, because the people who are getting it are all so stupid. I mean, maybe there's some who don't, but anyone hating on me for any of the Australia things is mentally retarded. Like, I am 100% serious. You should probably just go die or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm not encouraging people to go die or kill themselves or whatever, but seriously, they're so stupid. Either that, or maybe they're just like 12 years old and they're in their little race car beds at night. So I can understand it.
Jessica said you get mad at Meek. Jessica, I got mad at Meek because that's actually like a personal thing. That's why it's not like some thing. But I'm not really mad at Meek. I like Meek as a person.
What was that guy's name? What was that other guy's name that I done a video? He was on my stream with Kex, the other guy. The guy who used to be a mod in your Discord and he deleted everything or something.
Bropick. Yeah, he made my Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I don't know why he made that. I really don't. He seems really butthurt about me for some reason.
CJ's dating Carla? Who's Carla?
No, I was like kind of like secretly dating this girl Carla for a little bit, and then.
Oh, hi Coco. I haven't seen you around in a while.
Okay. But yeah, as far as Meek, he's not bad people. But Bropick, when's the last time we spoke to him, dude? You know, why hasn't he updated my amazing Encyclopedia Dramatica?
I spoke to him over the course of 3 days, and then I never spoken to him again.
What do you mean? You guys aren't best friends?
I spoke to him like for 3 days, and it was like a few messages back and forth, and he was on my stream, and I never heard from him again.
Why not? I don't understand.
So you're not dating Carla anymore?
No, we were speaking behind the scenes for a little while. This was like after the whole situation happened. I stopped talking.
Who was that girl who flew out to you after Amber? I remember the girl.
There was nobody who's.
No, there was a girl I remember sitting smoking like a cigarette on one of your streams.
She wasn't flying out. She just
okay.
She lives in the area. That's it. It's just somebody I know.
Okay.
Yeah. She's good people. She was actually there. She met Amber. She met her.
Scamber. You just said it again.
I'm sorry.
You know, just you wait until you're suing this poor girl. You're going to be suing this poor girl. And you know what? I'm going to send her a message after the stream. And I'm going to send her the exact clips from the stream and say, use this in court.
Oh, man. Rough stuff. Well, that's all right.
Chat, I speak to you directly. Can you imagine being accused of something, okay? And then going on a stream and repeatedly demeaning this person who accused you of sexual assault, and then you're going to go to court and try and sue this person? Do you not think that evidence of you insulting and demeaning your victim is going to be used to gain sympathy points? He is making a case against himself here. I mean, other than the fact that he admitted that she said no twice.
What do you want me to do? Like, talk highly about somebody who was like recorded trying to fuck me over?
Well, you don't talk about her at all. Or you talk neutrally. You don't have to insult the poor girl.
I'm really not trying to, honestly. I really don't. I don't want to. The topic sucks. You know, but seriously, I gotta ask you, Rag, why don't you talk to Bropick anymore? Why not? You know,
I spoke to him 2 or 3 times, and I never spoke to him again. You know, he was very intense. He used to send me paragraphs at a time, and I was like, I can't read this.
I can't read this. Listen, somebody told me that you were involved with, you know, the ED page with him. Is that true?
I think I was vaguely. I think he asked me a few questions, and I told him a few things, but I didn't help him write it, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, okay.
I helped. I know one of the admins or mods over at ED, and I've helped them write a couple of articles about other people. But unfortunately, they would never restore my article. You know, I wrote my own article back in 2013. Or me and a friend wrote it, and then the people on the ED forums they tried to really piss me off by changing it around and calling me a bunch of names and trying to dox my family. But I didn't care, and I was loving it, and I started sharing the page around everywhere. So they deleted it and they redirected it to shit no one cares about. And after that, they refused to ever reinstate my page because they knew I just enjoyed the page being there. So I was quite annoyed with that. But Bropick actually reinstated an edit of the page, and the page is actually there because he reinstated one of the old edits, and no one noticed. No one noticed, so it's still there. So I quite like it being there. The problem is, that was 6 years ago, so it's very outdated. So please, someone rewrite that for me.
That's crazy, man. So you want that back up about you?
Well, I'd love it. I mean, I'll admit right up. I'm
write their own stuff online, which is I find that kind of odd. I don't know.
I'm an attention whore, as you probably know, but I'm of the opinion that any publicity is good publicity. I don't care.
It's true to an extent. It is. It's true to an extent. You know, it is.
I mean, it depends. I guess it depends what it is. There's always like extreme examples. But I mean, let's take the whole Australia thing. Let's be a bit more light of a note for a second before we go back to berating Steelstream News some more. But let's talk about Australia for a second. Can you believe the amount of hate I get over that? You know, it's so insane.
Why? How much hate are you getting? Because I feel like you've gotten a large amount of fame from it.
I gained 2,000 subscribers from it. I tripled my subscribers. Yeah. That is very fair. But a lot, have you looked at the like to dislike ratios in some of my videos from these people? Let me just open my Instagram. That has nothing to do with YouTube. Let me just open my Instagram. Right. Now I'm going to scroll down Instagram and show you how many messages I've got. I will stop at a point where it is before all this Australia stuff blew up. Okay?
It's hate though?
99% of this is hate or people pretending to believe me. What the hell? Why is it stopped?
Or people pretending to believe me.
Look at all this. I've deleted a lot of these, but
fair enough. That is a lot.
This isn't actually that much. It keeps skipping all the way down to the bottom for some reason. But for like a couple of weeks period, I was getting 60 to 70 new people every single day messaging me on here. I mean, let's just open a random one here and I'll read you what it says. I'm actually planning on making a video very soon about what these people are saying about me. Here's someone, right? Content warning. I'm going to be saying a slur here. Oh, you're a little trash noon faggot. You racist piece of shit. Fuck you, prick. You're not a nice person. I hope you die, you bloody cunt.
Not a nice person. Damn.
One day later, am I not getting through to your thick damn head, you fucking stupid Indian coon? I said, uh-huh. A day later, they said, you're a penis. Listen to me. Delete everything. And that is a tame one. I have had people send me threats saying exactly how they're going to skin me alive and kill me. I've had other people tell me exactly how I should kill myself. I mean, I get these every single day. And then I get other ones, and it's people saying, I believe you. Australia's not real, and I'm one of the actors. I'm one of the spies. And I'm like, okay, shut up, because you're just as bad as the rest of them. And that's just Instagram. Then I've got I mean, Twitter doesn't get very much because I don't advertise my Twitter since I got banned a couple of times, and I'm trying to keep it more of a low profile because when more people follow me, I say more outrageous things, and then more people will report me, and then I'll get banned again. The last time I got banned was because I called Holly dead a disease, and the time before that was when I told someone I would put them in their fucking graves. So
you got banned for calling Holly dead a disease?
Yes, I did.
Really?
I did.
How does that happen?
She reported me.
She reported me.
And staff don't like that.
Staff don't. Well, staff is. She's not really staff anymore.
But go into any of my Australia YouTube videos or a lot of my YouTube videos. I get a lot of comments. Right. You look at an average video. I mean, how many comments would you say you get in like a video that gets 1,000 views?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
How many comments would you expect to get on a video with 1,000 views?
I don't know. I mean, I can look. I mean, I probably expect like 200 or something. I don't know.
When I put up a video that gets 1,000 views, I get about 700 comments. Almost every person who watches comments. I mean, this is, or I'm sure some of them are duplicates. So let's say that's 700 or whatever. I get a lot of comments, and it's because people are so angry with me. It's not. I mean, there are a lot of people who also enjoy it. That's why I've got people who are sending me $50 on Patreon every month, for example. Like that's not something that someone who's not caring very much is going to do. So I do get the extreme ends at both sides. But it's insane the amount of people that hate so much, and a lot of them are very young. But I have pity for the older people who are like 30 years old doing that sort of thing.
Yeah. Sure. So, all right. So, are you going to make another video about that or no? Or
about Australia?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not going to. I mean, it's easy views. It's fun sometimes, but I love the reactions. I really do. I love the react. If it stopped getting reactions, I would stop that. I mean, in general, I tend to say that I don't make videos just for views. I really don't. I make videos I enjoy making or I've got the idea to make. It's that simple. But when it comes to the Australia stuff, I'm at a point where I feel like I'm almost forcing myself to make it just for the attention. And I feel like if it ever came to the point where the Australia stuff no longer got any views, I'd probably stop doing the Australia stuff, because in my head I'm like, I'm kind of fed up doing this. I've made 30 videos or something on this topic. I really don't need to make any more. It's like I have nothing else to say. Maybe there's an odd couple of things I could think of, but for the most part, who really cares? I've said so much, and anyone who's watching those videos and believes that I am serious, oh, he's not serious. I just dropped a bombshell for you people in the chat. First time I've ever said that publicly, because I'm very passionate about this. Anyone who genuinely believes I'm serious is lacking brain cells. Seriously. There's 30 of the videos. They're all in the comedy category. My story is inconsistent. And then I have other videos on my channel where I'm giving very articulate arguments about things. I mean, I'm not saying I'm an intellectual or anything, but there are clearly videos on my channel that I've put a lot of thought into, and I'm giving intelligent arguments in.
These videos you're clearly talking out of your ass. I mean, with some sort of storytelling that sounds pretty good, you know?
Well, yes, the Australian ones are, of course, like that. But I've got other videos. It's like, how can you think that someone who's being very rational in 370 other videos on the 400th video...
You're losing subscribers. Unsubscribed. You're fucked.
Please, you know, that's why I never, you know, I mean, barely anyone's going to hear this. I mean, we've got 32 people watching right now. I mean, barely anyone is going to see this, and but yeah, I guess I just like annoying people. I mean, it was a meme essentially. I was making memes, and I was shit posting. I was saying things, and anyone who knows me knows that I'm not serious. Yeah. It's clear, but.
I mean, I knew that. I mean,
I'm not going to make a video saying, "Oh, I'm not serious." I'm never going to make a video saying that if people don't see it. I mean, most people who I get a lot of views. It's just random people click onto a video and see it. They're not going to watch this. They're not watching all my videos. They're watching one or two different things.
I made a video the other day. Like, I have problems with Truthfully Trisha. I don't really like her at all. I think she's genuinely a disgusting person, and
I don't even know who that is.
Well, that's good for you. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, honestly. But I said the other day, I was just like, leave her alone, and people actually believed me. And I was just like, Jesus, this
Hold
is
on
scary.
a second.
Is he? Oh, man. Oh, nice. Nice. This is what I want to see.
Okay, I am back.
This is what I want to see.
I am.
You look beautiful. You look beautiful. Cultured man here.
Yeah, let's continue.
What kind of wine are you drinking, by the way?
It is a lovely. Wait a minute. Even better. I want to take this moment to plug my favorite app. My favorite app. And people call me, I'm like an old man or an old lady for loving this app, but it's called Vivino. Vivino. And it is where you get to rate different wines. It tells you about your wine profile and what you like, and it recommends you new wines. Anyway, I gave this wine a 3.5. I would have given it a 3.2, but I can't go to a 3.2. So I gave it a 3.5. And it is a, you know, I'm going to butcher this name because I can't speak Spanish, and I don't know what it actually says. It's a Marqués de Valencia. And it is a Gran Reserva 2011. And it is a red wine, 14% alcohol. And it is very bold, with hints of cherry, red currant and strawberry, oak tobacco, and also a little bit of vanilla. and it's nice. Not my
Oh,
favorite,
shit.
but it's nice.
Not my favorite. Hey, man, if it's drinkable, it's, I don't know. I'm not really like a big wine drinker. I drink like beer when I drink. I don't really drink that often either, though.
I drink 3 times a week, and I drink wine and whiskey. Sometimes
Hmm.
port.
That's good. Well, I'm since I'm in recovery, I drink probably like once or twice a year, if that.
So I've always wanted to ask someone. I've never known someone who is personally. I've never had someone I could ask this to. I mean, I've met people who have been recovering addicts or whatever, but I've never actually had a conversation like this with someone. And I would like to ask you, what is it that tempts you in to start shooting up heroin? Like, why did you do that?
Well, there's no, like, most people generally aren't like, oh, hey, I want to shoot heroin. Like, you kind of,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just, think about it in terms of like, I don't know. It's like, this is probably easier for you to think about like this way. It's just like a gateway. Like, think about like drug. I don't know. Just think about like when you first started, you didn't start drinking hard alcohol first, did you? Or what did you drink first?
Wine. I went straight
Wine.
to
You
wine.
probably started with beer or wine, and then you started drinking hard
But
alcohol.
even,
right?
I mean, yeah, it depends what it is. I mean, no one goes straight onto whiskey, I wouldn't imagine, unless you got a very troubled life. But
that's the thing when it comes to drugs. Like I started out with like, perks, oxys, weed first, and after a while, like if you do it for like a week.
whoa. What is 200 SEK? I don't know what 200 SEK is.
200 what?
Is 200 SEK a lot? But anyway, thank you, Anders. I've not heard from you in a while. You've not sent me a message on Discord for a little bit. But yes, I will have a drink on you. Thank you for £17. Thank you.
That's very kind. Shit.
That's a nice sum. Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, when I first started out, once you do this stuff for like a week straight, your body essentially needs it. You'll wake up feeling like you have the flu, your bones are aching and everything like that. And the only thing that takes it away is to do another perk or heroin or another opiate. So that's kind of how it gets there. And when you do perks every day for a while, it's expensive as shit. So, imagine spending $100 a day when you could only spend 20 and get the same effect. That's how people get into heroin. And then all of a sudden you're sniffing heroin, and why would you spend $20 a day? Well, it ends up building up to like another 100 again, but then it does it again where, you could sniff $100 of heroin when you could just shoot $20 of it and get the same effect. So that's how people get roped into doing that shit.
I mean, I've heard stories. I mean, without going into too much detail, I have family who own like a mental health care home and stuff like that. And a lot of it's dealing with troubling behavior and drug addictions and stuff. And I've been told stories of addicts and who have essentially gone and gotten methadone and then vomited it into a bag and then sold it elsewhere to get money. Have you ever bought methadone puke off of someone before? Thank you, Indigo, for the $5.99 Australian dollars.
Yeah, that's kind. I don't know if that story is 100% true. I don't think I can't imagine someone purchasing that because first of all, I don't know how you'd measure that. I
feel like those are people who are very, very desperate to get any sort of high.
I mean, I can imagine somebody doing that to help somebody, but I cannot imagine somebody actually buying that. You know what I mean? That I cannot imagine.
Okay, I'm going to check the chat a little bit here. Are you going to react to Lodal's? I don't know who Lodal is. If you can go on my Twitter at notraghehe or just, I don't know, send me via email. You damn well should know at gmail.com. Or maybe it's Outlook Hotmail. I don't know. I've got about 50 email addresses. I think it's you damn well should know at gmail.com. If you send it to there, that's the one I usually tell people to send things to. Then I'll have a look. Rag has the most thumbs down I've ever seen on Australia videos. Yeah, I get a lot of thumbs down. It's an insane ratio. Insane, absolutely insane. Method. Oh, someone asked you a question. Where was it?
Yeah,
your name says CG. Are you on subs or methadone?
I used to be on aids like that, but no. Like honestly, the best bet for anybody is to not stay on those things. As long as possible, get off them as quickly as you can. If you end up using them as an aid, I don't think there's anything wrong with them. but your best bet is to get off them as soon as possible.
I mean,
You know?
I've heard. I mean, obviously, I'm no expert. I'm not the addict here, but I've heard that essentially you can be addicted to, say, you're on heroin, and then you move to methadone. But what happens is you become addicted to methadone rather than being on heroin, or you're craving still the heroin because the methadone's not good enough. And I would compare it to. I've seen studies where people who start vaping after smoking are actually less likely to ever quit, because what happens is, instead of being addicted to cigarettes, they become addicted to the vaping. So they stick in the vaping for the rest of their life. Whereas what you should do is just quit altogether, and then you're more likely to stay off.
I mean, I don't think.
Thank you, Vixie. Thank you for the $4.99. Everyone's being very generous today. And all you put was a little bear. How am I supposed to read that? You don't even have anything nice to say. So thank you, nevertheless.
Yeah, but I don't I don't know. What was I gonna say? I don't think people should stay on methadone for too long. But it's more like a maintenance. Like when you go on Suboxone or methadone, what people do that for? Like I don't. Most of the time, you don't get high from it. I mean, unless you take too much of it. Like you can take a lot of those things and then get high, but typically people don't. Like when you're on just like the clinic or you go to like get a prescription, you don't really get high off it. But I really don't recommend doing that for too long, in all seriousness, because then you're just stuck on that, and and there you go.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go for a pee real quick, and then I'm gonna come back. We'll do maybe another 10-15 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. So you just talk to the chat while I go for a pee. All
right, yeah, go ahead, man, because I'm gonna, go ahead. Steeman, why are you so mean to Owl? She's a good people. And I mean, I have no problem with you, so I don't know why you're so mean to her. Steeman, she's good people. Be nice to her, shit. Just no reason to be mean to Laurie. She's good peoples. But yeah, man. Drugs. Good stuff. Good stuff. I don't think he's harassing you, but he's kind of trolling you. So I would just relax, dude. There's no real reason to get on her like that. She's good people. There's no real reason. And another thing, Meek, I really don't have any issue with you at all. I don't know. I just rather stay away from you guys. I mean, that should be obvious. I mean, I don't know. But anyways, do you ever have withdrawals? Just curious. No. The only time people get withdrawals is like earlier on in like your recovery. Good people. She called him an obsessive person and that he is supposedly threatening her. What, Jessica? I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, you don't like Lori? You don't like Lori? I thought you guys did. I thought you liked her. I thought you guys were friends. I didn't know that. I didn't know you guys weren't friends. Anyway. No, you didn't. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna get going in like 10 minutes anyways. But shit, like, what do you like? Let's try to get back to Onision for a second. Like, what do you think about this current situation? Do you consider this grooming? Like, because I've been trying to figure this out myself. Like,
okay, before I answer that question, I do want to say I think I deserve a round of applause, because usually when I need to go to the toilet or for a shit or something during a stream, I take my laptop with me and everyone gets to see. Well, I turn the camera off. Everyone gets to hear me piss or shit.
You really?
Yeah, I've done that a few times. When I first started streaming, I used to get sore stomachs. Like, I used to get stomach aches. I used to compete I was going to say professional. That's a piss take. I used to compete in tournaments with like grappling and jiu-jitsu and wrestling and judo and stuff. And the thing that always happened to me is like when everyone's nervous before you go on. If you're not nervous, there's something wrong. But I used to be ready to step out and compete, and I used to always need to shit. That's my stomach would go and I start needing to shit. For some reason, when I get anxious, my stomach goes and I need to shit. I've heard of people actually shitting themselves because they get so nervous. I've heard of other people feel like they're going to vomit. Other people shake. And for me, it was always my stomach and I always need to go shit. So when I started streaming, I used to sometimes, I'm about to talk to this person. And it's like, I've never spoken to this person. How's this going to go? I'm a bit nervous for it. And I would be like, oh shit, I'm about to start in 2 minutes from now and I need to shit. Or it'd be 5 minutes into the stream, like, I'm so nervous and now I need to go fucking shit. So this person's going to really hate me or whatever. So, but that's what used to happen to me. Anyway, as far as the Onision grooming thing goes, I do believe that it is grooming. I'm 99% on that. I mean, Kex on Twitter today posted, I saw post a thing in response to Onision. It was like a part of Lainey saying, me and Sarah never cuddled. There was never any of this cuddling in bed. And then at the end of the clip, there's a clip someone's added on, and it's Lainey and Sarah literally in a vlog lying on her bed cuddling. And it's like, well, that's a lie. Yeah. So I think that's the thing. But it's clearly grooming, I think. I mean, when you've got someone that young, even if it wasn't grooming, there's still something wrong there for them to take these people, this girl, into her house when she's underage, and to then have this really weird polyamorous relationship with Billy, for example. And this girl's around there the whole time. They've got kids in the house. I'm guessing that Sarah was left to take care of the kids or something. I don't know. That's me making assumptions. I don't know. But there's something wrong about that. To have this other minor, not just your kids, but then some other minor in your house while all this shit's going on, and you're saying you're going to lock this girl in your basement and whatever. There's something wrong about that. So even if it's not grooming, it's still very fucked up. But I do believe it's grooming, and I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. I mean, you've seen, I saw you retweet one. Sarah posting a picture of Lainey calling her a wife. I mean, that can be innocent. I've known people who are younger to be calling innocent, but in these circumstances with these specific people, I struggle to believe that it is as simple as innocent. It's so many. See, for example, if this was just if I saw my sister, for example, my sister just recently turned 18. I could imagine that if she had a friend, because I know she has a friend who's like 16 or 15 or something, much younger than her. And I can imagine my sister being on Instagram or vice versa, and them tweeting, messaging, and putting a post on, and saying, "Oh, this is my wife" or whatever. And I could imagine that. But my sister doesn't have a history of interacting with young girls. My sister doesn't have a boyfriend who has a history of seeking out young girls. I mean, how old is Greg? 33, 34? I mean, and he's I mean, his last two wives were underage.
Have you seen the 17? Headers too of Laney-bot and Sarah's? Have you seen the headers? They're both the same headers, like
and they put the bio the same. It was like the suicide request or something.
That's some couple type shit right there. In general, it's just it's odd. And Onision in his stream said he doesn't know what the future holds. You know, like it should have been, we were her guardian. We're never going to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I mean, to me, that would have been a no-brainer to me. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that the whole thing is really silly. I mean, you just said about the matching profiles. I remember ages ago, and I think Onision made his name King, and then Lainey made herself Prince, and then I think Sarah also did one as well. And it's like, well, why is Sarah doing this? I could be wrong there. Maybe Sarah didn't. But...
That's so weird. Okay, I don't know if that's 100% true, but if it is, that's,
no, I'm making that clear. I'm not sure. There was someone else who said it. Maybe it was Billy. Maybe it was back at that time. I don't think it was though.
Yeah, I mean, I've just seen a lot. Like, I don't know. Did you see the video I put out this morning? Did you see that? The one I put up?
No, I'll be frank. I don't watch your videos.
It's a lot. No, I understand. It's a lot of clips put together of things he's saying. You know, going back and forth. Like, it's them saying one thing, another thing happening completely different, and you know what I mean. Like, there's no consistency with them at all.
Yeah. I mean, they both went on stream at one point when they were trying to clear it up, and she went on stream, and then he went on stream later and contradicted everything she said, and it's like, okay.
She's like, she's like, oh, you know, Sarah never saw me naked. He gets on stream. Yeah, you saw her naked as an adult.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like,
Sarah had a crush on her.
Like, dude, really you guys can't even get in the same room 5 minutes before you tell your lies. Like, what is this? Like, Oh man! And then he's putting her up on the channel. Did you see the video he put up on Onision Speaks?
I've not watched it, but I saw it was like 40 seconds long. I will watch it, but I've not actually watched it yet.
It's weird. Like, imagine.
I read the comments and everyone's saying she's essentially reading a script or she's been coached into doing it.
But in all seriousness, like, if people are like worried about Sarah, the last person who should be uploaded on an Onision Speaks video about Sarah is Sarah.
Yeah, well, I mean, if someone's being groomed, of course she's going to take their side.
No shit. Like, I don't understand like how that
is
like
classic Stockholm syndrome, isn't it?
Exactly. Like what? Like, that's not like 100% like obvious thing that nobody. I don't know. Like, if anybody likes that video and like really believes this shit, like, listen, be unbiased and look into the situation before you come to your own conclusion, because 100%, I don't think it's not like clear yet, but it's looking like it's fucked up more than anything. It's looking like there's some fucked up shit going on, you know, because people have been kind of hoping. This hasn't been going on for months. I mean, when you first heard about Sarah, what did you think? What did you think?
I mean, what do you mean when I first heard about her? Like, the first ever.
Like, when you first like knew like that he was gone, Sarah was still there. What did you think?
I mean, I don't really remember. I don't think I was really bothered about that at that point. I mean, looking back, it was a big deal.
You didn't think it was just a little bit weird at all?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, certainly looking back right now, it's certainly weird. I don't remember how I thought at the time, but right now, certainly, I think it's very strange and it's wrong. I mean, I just made that whole thing about it's bad enough that we've got kids, but then to have a different minor in the house as well when all this stuff's going on, it's a bit strange. But yeah, I want to, since we're about to wrap up in a few minutes, I would like to move on from that, and I would like to say that although I do think that largely as a human being you're a piece of shit, you are enjoyable to talk to. And I enjoy talking to you on this stream, and you do provide me with a lot of entertainment. So, and I must also compliment you, and I must also say I think you're very is intense the right word, but I think you're very consistent and have a certain degree of enthusiasm about posting the content that you do. You're very you don't stop. You keep doing it, and you're very persistent. So I do appreciate is the wrong word. I do admire that almost. It is nice to see someone who doesn't stop even though the whole world's against them. So I can appreciate that. At the same time, I think the world's against you for all the right reasons. But
anyways,
I will keep this on my channel.
I don't agree. But anyways, like, you know, that's fine. But in all seriousness, there was a time I definitely wanted to do like a podcast with you or something like that, man. You know, like I enjoy your content and I enjoy Mass Babe's content a lot. I was thinking at one point to try to get you guys like on something, because you guys you really do. You have good. I don't know. You guys. I think you guys are pretty close now, right? Anyways,
no, I've not spoken to Mass Babe in months. So
really,
me and Mass Babe aren't friends. We're more acquaintances. We've spoken a few different subjects, but we don't speak.
All right, shit. Well, that's it. You know, I don't know. I thought you guys were I don't know, friends, but hey, whatever. I mean, if you guys are just more acquaintances, I get it. It's kind of the same thing with me and her anyway, so that's fine. I get it. But shit. I mean, yeah.
If someone asks me to do a stream, I don't care if I like them, I dislike them. I show up. Oh, look, there's Mass Babe. That's what I wanted to go the route here, aren't we, Mass Babe? We're acquaintances. How are you with good old Steel Stream News here? Are you friends? Are you going to fly out to him and be Mrs. Steel Stream News?
We're acquaintances, you know. We're just acquaintances. She's not on the fly out basis yet, you know. She's not on that. No. But yeah, Mass Bizzle in the house. We have best
friends. Oh,
friends. Yes, best friends. Well,
I'm glad to hear that. Or are you going to fly out and be Mrs. Real Stream News? Steel Stream News, sorry. Question, are flat earthers dumb or just trolling? I don't believe that there is a single person on Earth that does not have a mental disability that believes the Earth is flat. If someone says they're a flat earther, they are shitposting, they are trolling, whatever you want to call it. They do not believe it unless they are actually really stupid and mentally deficient. I refuse to believe it. Unless they're really high, maybe. Oh, I heard he had a GF2. Does Mass Babe have a chance with you, Steel Stream News?
You know, you'd have to take off the mask first. You know, that's the only way I'd
Yeah,
know.
he took off his mask for you.
You
That's why he
know,
took it off.
I did. I took it off just because I thought we were on that level. You know, I did it just for her, actually, just for her.
Just for
You
her.
know, and not gonna lie, I wish I never wore a mask. Thinking back on it now, I wish I never did.
Now,
You know what
before I
mean?
forget, because I have a couple of questions, but before for some reason, the last few streams I've done, the whole point of this, right? It's supposed to be a podcast called On the Rag. And I would always end the podcast by asking the guest a very specific question. It was always what I'm about to ask you, and it is Steel Stream News. Are you on the rag?
I am right now.
Lovely.
Just today.
That's always what I mean to ask people, and I mean some of the reactions are hilarious, especially when you're asking it to like an old lady or something. But that happens.
You have old ladies on here?
Don't you know Jan Terry? She's a good friend of mine. She's an amazing singer. You should search her after you're done, or just check. I've done a video called "Who is Jan Terry?" You should even check
You
that
need
out.
to get Jail on here. That would be fucking awesome.
Oh, I would love to do that. I would love to do that.
It would be good. That would be good shit.
Yes, Mass Trap, you came at the end.
You did. Goddamn. So do you think Mass Babe is a trap though? Seriously, let's get real.
Oh, definitely. Mass Trap, you should go back and listen to when I was berating him. That was when everyone said it was more entertaining. That's when we had like 40 viewers. Oh, thank you for more money, Anders. There can only be one, and his name is Rag Reynolds. If you don't know, you damn well should know. Thank you.
Rating him, but yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, you are good with this content, man. I enjoy talking to people who at least know how to stream and do know how to make good content. So you know, there's that.
I mean, what really annoys me is when I get on stream with people who don't know what they're talking about or who stumble over everything. It really annoys me. That was one of my big things. I don't know if you ever paid attention to my Steel Stream. Why am I saying Steel Stream News? Short videos. That was before you. That was a big bit of drama. And I made a few videos about him, and it started, and I did a stream with him to ask him a few questions, and he had no control. I was the one controlling the conversation on his channel. He had no idea what it was. He just sat there and kept, every time I said something, he covered his mouth like a little fruity girl and giggled, and I'm like, what are you doing?
How old is he? He's young, though, isn't he? Isn't he young?
17, 18?
Yeah, he's a little young. He doesn't know how to, you know.
But still, at that age, I was fine at that age.
I mean, I don't know. Some people develop, you know, a little bit more mature than others.
But,
you know what I mean?
Going by his videos, I thought he would have been better than that. But
I know you ran up on him too. Like, what made you think that was a good idea?
It was he kept challenging me. He was saying on his video, he made a video and he said, Rag should stop doing this. He should stop saying these things because if we knew each other in person, if he saw me in the street, he would never say these things. He said, that's what he said to me. He said, he would never say these things to me if we were face to face.
Why would you think that you would never say that? I don't understand.
Like, I said, I took that as a challenge. I kept calling him short videos and a liar and all these other things. And he said, but he kept saying, oh, he would never say this if we were face to face. So I said, let's see about that. So I made a 40-minute video of how I added him on Snapchat. He accepted. And he let me see his Snapchat Maps location. So that was on him.
Why?
And I used that along with his Twitter, because he used to do streams in public like you did at one point. And he said, I'm going to be in the city centre of Edinburgh. So I showed up. And he had nothing for me. No, he didn't.
He didn't? I watched it. It seemed like he was very shook, so I thought he was going to call the police or something.
He made a video after that, and then he stopped making videos. After that situation, he quit YouTube. I destroyed him.
Aren't you guys friends now?
No, we did a stream a few months back, but no, he doesn't post videos anymore. He's gone. I've not spoken to him for a long time. But the problem with him was he's a liar, and I don't appreciate people who lie just to try and make a name for themselves. I mean, I can understand that Onision's done a lot of shitty things, but he was lying about Onision and lying about things Onision was doing to try and get views. He was like, Onision commented this on a fake account on my channel. Meanwhile, the whole thing, it was him the whole time. I posted videos of proof it was him the whole time. He was making things up about Onision to try and make it seem like he was relevant. I mean, this is just a guy. Yeah, this is just a guy who.
I can't appreciate that. I gotta be honest. I can't appreciate that. Like I kind of I'll admit I really don't like Onision, and like it's hard for me a lot of times to be unbiased about things, but I try. But I would never make up some dumb shit. I don't think that's something that's smart. I don't think that's a good thing to do. Don't just make up shit for views. There's been plenty of people who come to me and make up shit just so they can possibly get a shout out, which is so weird. Like I can't respect that at all. Do people ever do that with you or no?
I mean, I've had, for example, I get people all the time who say, "Oh, I believe you. Australia's not actually real," and all this sort of thing. So those people are like, "Oh, you should give me a shout out." Or I get other people who send me threats and things like, or they make a video about me, and they're like, "Oh, I'm making this video. You should respond to this," or something like that. So I get a lot of that sort of thing. But but yeah, I certainly see it. But I just think Onision's done enough shit that you can comment on without having to make up new things.
Yeah, you don't
and
have
this
to
guy,
make up in it. Then he's done so many dumb things already that you can commentate on. I mean, that's why making
thank you,
things up.
thank you, Mousetrap. RSN, stop. You have made fake news before. His
Fake
alternative facts.
Fake news. I've actually there was one time I fucked up and I put something out that was fake.
Is that when you fucked her after she said no twice?
Yeah, fuck off. Just stop. But
and then when you go on stream and called her scamber, even though you're planning to go to court.
My bad. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said scamber. My bad. But anyways, I put out one time that Maya said something to me and it was a fake Maya. I didn't realize it was a fake Maya until like literally an hour after I posted the video. So I took the video down and cut that part out. But yeah, so I don't appreciate fake shit being sent to me, and because I try my hardest to look into everything. I don't. So Mass Babe saying that I don't like putting fake things out there. I generally don't.
Try your hardest to look into those accusations about me back then when. You know, those fake accusations against me. Did you try your hardest back then?
In all seriousness, I mean, if you think about this, if somebody reaches out to you and says these things, how else would you look into it? Especially if it's that person trying to troll you. You were just trolling me. I mean, come on, let's be real.
I had someone else made a claim, and they said that a year or two ago, Rag Reynolds was 23 or something, and I was only 15. Meanwhile, at the time, I was only 20 or something. Like,
yeah, well, I actually didn't. I think I'm looking back. Did I make a video about it, or was I just looking into it? I can't remember.
You had put a little preview on Twitter. You were like, video coming in.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. I didn't actually make a video. That was me talking about looking into it. You know what I'm saying?
You tweeted about it as if, oh, these people have come forward.
Well, yeah. It's not like that's not me making a video. That's just me putting something out there. You know what I mean? And then when it happened, I mean, obviously that was my fuck up. You know, but generally, I do.
An email that I took a lot as it was almost a threat or it was blackmail, and it's like, oh, this girl Sarah.
I was just letting you know that somebody did
go through with this.
No, I was just letting you know, but I don't typically say anything like that. If I'm making videos about people, I don't tell anybody anymore that I'm doing that. I just let it go. If I'm making a video, I just make the video.
Okay. Do you have any final questions you'd like to ask me before we end this? Because I have one for you, but I'll let you ask me first.
Yeah, I have a question. Yeah. So if all right, just curious, if we can get Chael in here, you know, possibly, would you go on that stream with me?
100%. I'm a huge fan. He is. I am not exaggerating when I say he is a big influence on me and my life in general for a very long time. He is one of my favorite people in the world. So yes, I would be honored.
Would you talk about the quotes though? It's not. I wouldn't say it's plagiarism. I would just say biting. Would you talk about that?
I would talk about anything. I'm not going to shy away from a topic. I have never refused to talk about a specific thing in my life, and I never will. If someone asks me a question, I will look them in the eye and I will answer that question. I don't care what it is. I don't care how damning the evidence is. I will answer that question. Whether it's good for me or bad for me, I will answer it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Shit. So what's your question? Go ahead. Tell me.
My question, do you regret ever inviting Amber to fly out to you?
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, absolutely. I've said this before on stream. Yeah.
Do you regret admitting that she said no twice?
Why are you trying to like keep saying that? Like you're trying to like push that narrative. I already told you what happened. Like why are you trying to push that narrative, Rag? Stop it. Just stop it.
Because that's what happened.
No, it's not what happened. Were you there, Rag? Were you there?
What I'm saying is you admitted to
You weren't
saying
there, huh? You weren't there. Oh, you weren't there, huh? That's crazy. Hey, did you listen to the recordings either? Did you listen to them actually or no?
listen to the recordings.
Did
Yeah, I
you listen
did.
to the recordings?
I don't care, but
Did you know there's 5 more? Did you know there's 5 more?
oh well, let me hear those. I'm sure that'll change my opinion.
I know, like how you're acting sarcastic, like that's not going to change anything.
Phone. I mean, if you're
Proof,
if you have
proof. So
sex with someone twice before you have sex with them,
why wouldn't proof matter in a situation like that?
if someone says no twice and then you still have sex with them,
If someone invited you, that's not what happens. If someone threatens you, if somebody listen, Rag, if somebody threatens you, Rag, right, and a recorded threatening you about a false allegation, that makes it what? A false allegation, Rag.
How stupid do you have to be to then still go and have sex with them after they've threatened you with that?
This is after the fact, Rag. This is after
So
the
she
fact.
threatened you after the fact?
After the fact, yes. Like, dude, do you not know this? Do you like?
Well,
I thought you knew
I'm
the
asking
situation.
you
What
for
the
the
fuck is
information. I'm
this?
trying not to assume here.
Oh my god, Rag, you're worrying me here. You commentating on it that much, and you didn't know what was going on?
Of course, I knew what was going on. I'm asking you questions, dummy.
Jesus, dude. You just said you didn't. You just admitted you didn't know.
No, I asked you.
You just admitted you didn't know that it was after the fact.
Okay, it was after the fact. At what point did she say
so,
no?
Why are you acting like this? Why are you acting like why would you make so many videos if you didn't even know what happened?
I didn't make any videos other than the 3 initial ones. Well, I then made other videos about other things, but
What?
I mean, my third video, my video about the Amber situation was
I gotta get
entirely
going,
but
this was a good stream. This was a good stream. I don't want to get negative or anything like that. Just listen. Just please do your research before you commentate on these things.
Right.
Please do that. Please do that.
My video about the Amber situation was entirely based on the point that you had sex with her, even though she said twice beforehand, and not just that, but you admitted she said no twice.
What I'm saying is just do your research before and actually listen to the recordings before you commentate on it.
Video
by seeing the Encyclopedia Dramatica and you saying what you just said, I know a little bit more that you kind of didn't, but that's all right. That's okay. I know. But anyway, I gotta get going. There was a good stream. I don't want to get negative. I appreciate you inviting me on your channel. I know. Cute.
Were you saying
Really
something?
cute. Really cute. Anyways, I appreciate you inviting me on your channel.
She said no twice. You admitted it.
Listen, we already brought this up that that's not exactly what happened. She threatened me after the fact. She was recorded. There's 5 more recordings. I don't know why you're still pushing this narrative. It's clear that you really don't know about the situation, and that's really bothersome to me.
Nice rage quit. Okay, are you done then? Are we done here?
I mean, well, we've been on for like an hour, right? So about I gotta get going.
For an hour, 23 minutes or something.
All right. Well, I appreciate you inviting me on.
Okay.
All right. You have a good day, Rag.
Have a good day in court when you sue Scamber. So, that was Steel Stream News, everyone. He didn't like it when I kept bringing up Amber. I did it a few times. If you're new to the stream right now and you didn't see it earlier, there was a longer exchange back maybe about halfway through or something where I brought up the whole thing and he was very defensive and he gave his own sort of situation, his own version of events. He said at one point, he said, I did not tell a single lie the whole point. I didn't say anything that was incorrect. But then for some reason I said, okay, so did she or did she not say no twice? Because you admitted that at the time, and he wouldn't give me a straight answer to that. So, Vixie, please. Vixie says, if I were a guy, I'd probably rape one. Just because you can. What if you're like a little scrawny guy? What if you're like a little beta cuck or something? RSN gets sad. His eyes are just made my heart hurt. He was genuinely sad there. OMG, I wanted to cuddle him. Coco, why do you have sympathy for this man? You know, I need to end this. I enjoy streaming. I don't stream very often, but I should stream more. And I say that, I say that every single time I stream. I say, oh, I need to stream more often. But then I never do. Am I homophobic? I mean, I wouldn't say so. I mean, What do you class as homophobic? Not liking gay people? I mean, in general, I mean, being gay is not a reason to dislike someone. But there are gay people I dislike. I mean, I have gay friends, and they hate gay people. My gay friends are more homophobic than I am, regardless. A shit stream. Anyway, I need to go piss. So I'm going to end this now. Until next time, you are all welcome, society.